Hello, Hollywood Times listeners. Judy Shields here. Today, we are so excited to welcome back singer, songwriter, pianist, actress, and producer Sheléa. How are you, sweetie?
I'm doing wonderful. So good to be back to chat with you.
Yes, I was so excited when I heard that you have a new Christmas song. Christmas is my favorite. Christmas music is my favorite. Got a new song coming out this Friday, November 14th, called Want This Christmas with You. Wow, what a
And
great song, along with your beautiful voice. What a great holiday song. Congratulations.
thank you so much. I am right there with you. I love Christmas. I love Christmas music. I love, just experiencing all the decor. And I'm actually in New York right now. And so it's just getting so festive here. And it's just been such a wonderful experience. And so I'm just so glad to have a new Christmas song to kind of bring that Christmas cheer.
Any snow over New York yet?
You know what's so crazy? It seemed like there was some flurries going on like about a couple hours ago, but I'm not sure. It's very windy and very cold, but I'm told that that will be happening pretty soon.
And over here in LA area, it's like in the 80s and 90s in some areas. What is going on?
I'm like, I need to come home right now because I miss the warm weather, but New York has been just wonderful, absolutely wonderful too.
So yeah, I see here that you co-wrote and co-produced with Davy and Nathan. Let's talk about how the title of the song and how the song came about.
Yeah, so Davey and I, we have just experienced such a wonderful collaboration on my EP that I just dropped this past August, called Spirit. And we just have continued to write songs together. And so we wrote a song last year called First Christmas Without You. And it's such a, I think, an important song during the holidays because although, you and I love it and millions of people around the world love Christmas, sometimes this holiday can be really tough for people, especially if you've lost someone.
Mm.
Or, so this is kind of a rare Christmas song that deals with loss. And so we also decided to write, another more upbeat song as well. And that's where we came up with Want This Christmas with You. And it's just one of those happy songs that I imagine people, decorating the tree and this is kind of like playing in the background and they're kind of dancing around.
Yeah, the score is amazing too. Let's talk about that. I mean, from the opening, all of it.
Yeah, Davey is such an incredible musician. When we write songs, we usually write it at the piano, and he and I both play. So I'll, come up with a chord progression, and then he'll come up with a chord progression. But he created the track. I did all the background vocals, the arrangements, and uh, and then Tony Shepard, who I got to give a quick shout out because he just got nominated for a Grammy last
Woo!
week for SZA and Kendrick Lamar. Their song Luther got Record of the Year nomination. And so my Tony Shepard, who's been a longtime collaborator and mixes so many of my recordings, um, he was nominated and he also mixed this song as well. So I'm so proud of him.
Yes, and congratulations. So
Yeah.
we talked back in like early September. One of your songs from your Spirit album EP was "Never Give Up on Love," and that was an amazing song. So I hear there's something going on cool that you've been doing since we talked, like an off-Broadway play. Oh, Happy
Oh
Day!
my goodness. Yes. Thank you
Oh,
so much for asking. We just had the most wonderful time at the Public Theater. Just an iconic space for so many plays that have gone on to just immense success. Talking about, plays like Hamilton and Hell's Kitchen all started at
wow.
the Public Theater. And so we're hoping that Oh Happy Day will have a very similar story and maybe next season will be opening on Broadway. But it was just wonderful. Our opening night was October 15th, and we
Yeah.
just had our closing November 9th. We were extended twice.
Wow.
It became a New York Times critics pick. when they came to our opening night, and we just had so many people from Whoopi Goldberg to Angela Bassett to Queen Latifah, I mean, so many people have come and seen this show and have been so touched by what they've seen, and we're just really, really excited about it. It was written and starred by Jordan E. Cooper. He is actually the youngest Black screenwriter to ever be nominated for a Tony for his work in another play he wrote called Ain't No Mo. And Stevie Walker Webb was director of that and also directed this as well. Donald Lawrence, Grammy Award winning composer, songwriter. He wrote all of the music for this play. So it just was really, really, really special. I played Mighty Divine alongside my two sisters, Divine, that we were all called the Divines. They were Glory Divine and Holy Divine, very similar to what you would see in like Greek mythology, the Muses.
Oh.
So like the Hercules story. So we kind of represented this entity that was helping Jordan's character, get through. Actually, kind of life going into death. It's quite a compelling story. And the two other divines were Tiffany Mann, who comes from gospel royalty, but she is just incredible, as well as Latrice Pace, who also comes from gospel music royalty, the Pace sisters. And so we just had a wonderful, wonderful time on this play.
Oh, what was it like to do that? Because you've done so much, and what is it like to do a play? What does it take?
It was such it first off, it's given me so much confidence because I'm like, if I can do 8 shows a week,
Yeah.
you
Oh my
know,
gosh.
I can do anything. I look at just, where we are in the world with, the emergence of AI and, even singers, the use of auto tune and, Broadway is the last pure real thing we have, because you got human beings that are going out on stage and singing with no effect, no editing. You don't get any take, any two,
Oh.
three, four, five takes. It's one take. That's it. And so it really helps you, be present, grounded, and really believe in your gift and your ability to connect with the audience. And so I found that to be really beautiful and challenging and just really, really I just loved it. And so, as you say, yes, I've done acting before in film, and I've done, shows. And so I always feel like when you think about singing in concerts, on stage, like the opposite of that is doing studio work. That's when you can, are in this space where you can do it over if you mess up, you can do several takes, you can, control the environment, all those things. And then the opposite of that is like live singing, where you're in concerts and you just got one chance to do it. I would say with doing film, you know, where you also get more than one take. The opposite of that is Broadway. So Broadway, I was able to almost like use all of those gifts with the singing and the acting, but also just that one take mentality of, you got one chance to compel the audience. And so that was just a wonderful challenge that I was able to experience 8 times a week. And this was kind of a rare thing at the Public Theater. They do what they call a 5 show weekend.
Uh-huh.
Usually you have 2 shows on Wednesday and 2 shows on Saturday, which
Okay.
kind of gives you some time in between, to do a 2 show, a matinee at 2 o'clock, maybe sometimes three, and then like a 7 or 8. So we had a 1 p.m. and a 7 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday back to back. So we would have a show Friday, Saturday, Saturday, Sunday, Sunday. So that's a 5 show weekend. That's kind of
Oh.
tough, but we were able to do it. And so, like I said, it really was a big confidence booster for me to see that, I've reminded myself again that I can do hard things.
Good for you. Proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Can you tell me a little bit about, or tell us a little bit about like the costume? Did you have is there changes or is it the same thing? What's it like?
Yeah, so with the costume, it was so, I mean, they were just absolutely beautiful. We had these gorgeous headpieces and costumes,
Wow.
and Queen, she was the one who was in charge of that, Kween. And so it was one costume, for the whole night, but our headpieces would light up at certain points of the show. I mean, they were real showstoppers.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're congratulations on that. You ready for another one?
I am, and I'm also hoping for this one to continue to, reach new heights and perhaps have its Broadway debut, next year, perhaps.
Oh, all right. I was telling your PR gal Laura, I said I really wanted to fly out to New York to see you. Oh my gosh, I wanted to so bad.
Oh my goodness, you would have absolutely loved it. But that's just gonna hold out hope that when
Yes,
it goes to Broadway, you will come then.
I will
How
definitely
about
be there
that?
for that one. Exactly. Well, congratulations on that. We can't wait to hear of more of that. And we know it's going to go to Broadway, so we'll be able to come back and see it then.
Yes.
So let's get back to Want This Christmas with You. Um, so I see this cover of you, this beautiful picture. Talk to me about that. We'll put it up for our listeners to see it.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. Yes, I loved this is one of my favorite photo shoots ever. I just had such a great time. I had a- an amazing makeup artist, Alex, and hair. Um, and let me see, I'm trying to remember the name because it's so funny how everybody's
Yeah.
Instagram name. But the photographer, his name was Dalvin Adams, and he's done a few of my shots before, and just a wonderful, wonderful guy. Um, I was kind of going for kind of like this retro look,
Yeah,
and I think we kind of nailed it. And
you
Sabrina
did.
was my hairstylist. I loved kind of that big hair, with the
Hmm.
bouffant and all that. So that was just kind of fun, and I felt like the music kind of captures that sound and that look as well.
Exactly. Your ear, I could see one earring. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's a
Thanks.
beautiful shot. That's for sure. So with Christmas, what was your favorite Christmas song when you were younger? And what was the first Christmas song you remember singing when you were a little beautiful girl?
Oh my goodness. Wow. I don't think anybody's ever asked me that. I'm trying to think because of course I do remember singing like, Christmas songs like in children's choir at church. Um and then also, in elementary school. Oh my goodness, there's so many, but I want to say maybe Silent Night.
Oh,
That might be one
sure.
of the first ones I remember. I think that's such a universal song as well. Um but yeah, that's for some reason that one is kind of coming to me right now. But there's so many because it's almost like it feels like you just knew all the Christmas songs at the same time. So I don't know if there's like just one above the other, but for some reason right now, Silent Night is kind of what's coming to my mind.
Yeah.
So many Christmas
Hmm.
concerts and Christmas plays, and it's really, really beautiful, beautiful traditions. My family, my father's birthday is on Christmas Eve.
Oh,
And so we kind of it's always a combination of Christmas and Christmas, and his birthday.
yeah.
So to be honest, every time I think of Christmas, I usually think of my dad, because we're celebrating his
Hmm.
birthday. My parents, they didn't do the whole Santa thing with us. They were like, no, we bought the presents and we're getting the credit for that. So I never had a whole Santa thing, that was like
Oh.
not a part of my childhood. But what I loved is that, I just, it might have taken the whole, mystique and thrill of it, but I loved it they would take us to Toys R Us, and then we would just pick out all of our gifts, and then I don't know if we would wrap them or they would wrap them, and then we would open them, knowing what we had. But
Oh my
or
gosh,
maybe
wonderful.
maybe it wasn't wrapped. Maybe I think we would just be able to open them on Christmas. So we would go pick out the gifts, but we couldn't play with them until Christmas morning. So we had kind of a different little variation of Christmas.
Wow, that's really cool that you said Toys R Us. That was a lot of memories for me, my two younger sisters, and my mom, because we all had little kids then, all her
Yeah.
grandkids, and I remember going to Toys R Us and picking the things that she wanted to get for our kids. I had two boys. My other sister had three boys, and my
Oh,
younger one had two girls and a boy. So that was, so we had baskets full, and it was so much fun. And then we'd load them in the car and go to Denny's and have, some kind of dessert with coffee. And that was the most amazing
oh.
memory of my mom. And we lost her back in 94. And I remember after she
Mm.
passed, my sisters and I continued to do that for many years,
Wow.
to honor her that way. And it's just, and then when the Toys R Us went away, it just broke my heart at that point.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely. I'm so glad that that brought that memory back to you.
yes,
That's just
thank
so
you for that.
precious.
That's great. Well, folks, we've got her new Christmas song, Want This Christmas With You, coming out November 14th, which is in a few days. So get that any way you can, streaming. It's one should be on your playlist. And Sheléa, how can our listeners find the song?
Yes, it will be streaming on all platforms on November 14th, as you said. Apple Music, Spotify, all of the streaming outlets, you will be able to find it, along with my other Christmas songs as well. I have another Christmas EP I released some years ago. And you'll see, there'll be a version of Silent Night and the Charlie Brown Christmas time is here. Yeah, there it is.
Cool.
Yeah, and so many others. Of course, the one I mentioned, First Christmas Without You, is also streaming. So all of those things will come up, once you type my name in, and you'll see all those Christmas songs that I think you'll enjoy listening to this Christmas season.
Very cool. And folks, it's www. It's SHELEAMusic.com. That's Sheléa Music. So you can get all her stuff. And I will definitely be getting that Christmas one because I love my Christmas music.
Yay! Thank you so much.
What do you have coming up for the holidays? Will you be performing anywhere that we can come see you, or are you just gonna spend time with your husband and family?
Well, I'm gonna be coming back from New York next week.
Okay.
I'm excited to be home, obviously, for Thanksgiving. And my mom's birthday is actually a couple days before Thanksgiving. But I'm gonna be doing a Christmas show with Toby Gadd, an incredible songwriter, at the University City Walk main stage at 8 p.m. On that particular Friday. So I'm going to be doing, a song of his, which he wrote actually for John Legend, "All of Me," with as a duet, and then I'm going to be doing another Christmas song. Perhaps I'm not sure which one I'm not sure we've decided on that one yet. But yeah, I will be performing, locally in Los Angeles at the University City Walk on Friday at 8 p.m. with Toby Gadd and a lot of other great artists.
What day will that be? Is that gonna be
That's November 28th,
the 28th? Okay,
on
great.
Friday at 8 p.m.
All right, I will come out there so I can
Oh, that'll be
hear
so
you live and see
great.
you. I will definitely we'll put that up there on my article for the folks to come out and support because it's really cool up there too. And I bet you it'll be all pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yay. All
I'm
right. Well, we will
excited.
definitely get to see you then. Yay. Later this month.
Yes, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
We appreciate you taking the time to talk to us here at the Hollywood Times. And this will be up on our YouTube channel, the Hollywood Times Official. And happy holidays. And today is Veterans Day, so shout out to all those who families have served and who are serving now. We all appreciate you.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much for having me again. It's always so lovely to speak with you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Bye for now.
Bye.